In this video, I survived 100 days in hardcore Minecraft. This challenge has been around for years, and if you don't know what hardcore Minecraft is, basically you get one life and no screw-ups. This is my third attempt, and I'm really proud of the results. This is currently the hardest difficulty on Minecraft, and without further ado, this is Minecraft 100 Days. Oh, and also one favor, please like and subscribe since it will really help me out. But now that the intro is out of the way, I started like any other Minecraft world and punched down some trees. After that, I crafted an axe and killed an innocent sheep. I then got the achievement Stone Age and crafted some stone tools. I then made my bed like my mom always told me to and went to sleep. From days 2 to 6, I went caving and found diamonds along with an ancient city. And after crafting my brand new spunky diamond armor, I was ready to rappel downwards. Over the span of these days, I got better gear. I farmed skulk for levels. And after looting the entire ancient city, having many close calls, even eating a god apple, I got out of the cave and went to sleep on night 5. And from day 6 to 9, I basically went around and killed cows and farmed sugarcane. This is so I could get an enchanting table and finally set up shop. And after finding a place I could confidently call home, I set up shop and decided what I was going to do next. But from days 10 to 15, I knew what I wanted to do. So I got a bunch of resources and was going to make a mob farm. Cue the montage. And now that that's done, I can finally start building the farm. So from days 16 to 18, I did just that. Then from days 18 to 28, I sat here and killed mobs. This gave me XP, and I enchanted my gear. From days 28 to 31, I finally built a starter house. And after making the worst house known to mankind, on day 31, I built a sheep pen. From days 31 to 36, after building my sheep farm, I decided I'd make a bridge extending from my house all the way to the mob farms. This would make it so I could get over there and get easier XP. From days 36 to 42, I made the sheep pen better. I also made a mine and put it to use by getting diamonds. And after finally building a pen for these loud dogs, I decided now I wanted to build something cool. And since the boring stuff was out of the way, I decided I wanted to erect a massive block for block statue of my Minecraft character. But to pull this off before day 100, I had to be smart. So from days 42 to 45, I got green dye, since my skin is actually a pickle. And after running back with all the cactus, I built a small cactus farm so I wouldn't run out of cacti. Yes, that was kind of a tongue twister, but I don't really care. After that, from days 46 to 50, I built my statue with the wool from the sheep and the dye from the cactus. And after finally building the front of the statue, I decided the next plan of action was to get villagers, especially mending. So I mined out a hole for the villager breeder. I then placed some chests and a crafting table. And finally but not least, I had to actually get the villagers into the villager breeder. So on day 51, that's exactly what I did. And then now that the villagers are in their hole, I decided the next best plan was to make a small dirt hut. This is so I could know where the villager hole was and so I could get to them easier. But of course I'm going to make it out of dirt because that's really the only thing that these villagers deserve. But now that the dirt hut's finished, over the next few days I did a bunch of miscellaneous stuff, like doing the back of my pickle statue. I also made a sugarcane farm. I then messed around with villagers for trades. And finally, I finished the back of my pickle statue. And now that that's done, I think the next course of action is to start getting ready for the Nether, since that's the next point of progression and since I'm a little bit tired of building. But this does mean I need resources, so I think the first thing on our list should be getting mending. And after 15 minutes, I got mending and peed myself a little bit. After that, on day 57, I applied enchantments to my armor. And after doing all the prep I possibly could, I decided to build the Nether portal. And after lighting the portal, I jumped in. And after looking around, our spawn looked pretty good. But now that we're in the Nether, the main goal is to get in and get out. So on day 57, I found the Nether fortress so I could get the blaze rods. And after finding the blaze spawner, I killed enough blazes to last a lifetime. And after getting half a stack of blaze rods, I decided it was time to go bastion hunting. And that's exactly what happened on day 58. But as soon as I got in, I started meticulously making my way down since I knew one slip up could ruin this entire world. But using my trusty diamond sword, I made my way all the way down and found the gold. But the one issue was I got hit in the lava and actually had to pop an enchanted golden apple. And after having the closest call of this entire challenge so far, I mined all the gold. I then got the template and got out, so I would never have to come to this place like ever again. Now that I was out of the Nether, I upgraded my armor, and it was day 62. After upgrading my tools from days 63 to 68, I decided to make a massive, cool Nether portal. And now that this Nether portal is done, I finally realized that this challenge is coming to an end. So I had to pick up the pace, if I truly wanted to do everything I wanted to do with this challenge. So I started with finishing the dill pickle statue. And on day 70, I finally finished the statue. But now that the biggest build of the challenge is done, I decided the next thing I need to do was start getting full netherite armor. This is since the ender dragon fight was coming up, and I wanted to be as prepared as possible. So after mining some sand, I went into my house, crafted the TNT, and went to the nether. Over the next 2 days, I got enough netherite to make an entire netherite set. And after getting out of the nether, I smelted up all the debris and made 4 netherite ingots. From day 70 through to 74, a lot of notable things happened, so let's speedrun it. First, I went mining for diamonds. Then I crafted the ingots, used the diamonds to duplicate the template, and finally applied it to the armor. And finally on the night of day 74, I finally applied the coast armor trim to all my armor, which is what I found a while back. But with the challenge coming to the end, I need to pick up the pace, and I wanted to build one more farm, which being a raid farm. This is so I could have infinite totems, and I wouldn't die for the rest of the challenge. So I got right to building. And now that the farm's done, it's officially time to test it. And after finishing the raid with literally no issues and getting 8 totems, I decided that the next plan of action was get ready for the end fight. And after 6 days I got everything I needed, including totems, fireworks, and food. So I finally decided to go into the nether and get the eyes of ender. I then carefully made my way out of the nether on day 86. And after successfully crafting the eyes of ender, I threw my first one and made my way to where it was going. And after throwing a few more, and after throwing the last eye, I started mining down and found the stronghold. And after making my way in, it literally took me like 30 minutes to find the stupid end portal. Like, these things are literally insane, they need to make these things smaller. But after making it in, I finally put the eyes of ender in the portal and jumped in. But after stress eating and mining my way out, I decided that I had to beat this dragon or it was going to kill me. So I shut down all the end crystals. And now that I killed the dragon, I collected the XP and got the dragon egg. But that isn't what I'm worried about, now that the hardest part of the challenge is actually going to happen, since I'm going to need a bridge over the void. See, this is the hardest part, because if I fall in, my totem cannot save me. So, this is exactly what happened. And after making it through the end gateway and surviving by literally 1 block, which is the closest I've ever been to dying on this entire world, I hunkered down and started building over the void. And after finding an end city and purling over, barely making it by blocks, the next thing I decided to do was get the elytra and get the heck out of there. But now that I beat the game on day 88, I didn't really know what to do. So after making it back to my base, I put all my trophies on display. And after applying mending to my elytra so it wouldn't break, I decided the next executive decision was to beat the next boss in the game, which is the Wither. And after killing all the Wither skeletons I needed to, I flew back to the overworld and spawned the Wither on day 90. And after successfully beating the Wither in 30 seconds, which is way quicker than Bedrock, like this would have been 10 times harder there, but after doing that successfully, I decided to make the beacon. And after crafting the beacon and finally beating the last boss, I decided the next thing I wanted to do was make one last statue. And that statue would be a cake statue for the 100th day. So, I had to get busy. And from days 92 to 99, that's exactly what I did. And after finally finishing the build, I decided to go in and make the cake for day 100. And after crafting the cake, I finally went to bed on day 99. And after finally beating the 100-day challenge, I decided to fly around and look at all my builds. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and please like and subscribe.